Ooh, that's good, Commander fans. So I'm gonna do a preview video of the Vikings. So Jayden Daniels has been cleared for contact. He has been cleared to play. So that is good news. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of the people that did not want to see him come back. And I still am skeptical about it. I still am a little iffy about it. But with Terry coming back, Debo's healthy, Zach Ertz is staying healthy, Noah Brown is actually going to play, which is just crazy to think about. The O line is healthy, like Laramie Tunzel, not going wood, Laramie Tunzel, Biotic, Chris Paul, Sam Cosme, Josh Connolly. Our whole offensive line, the offense is healthy except for Austin Eckler. Like everybody's at Bill's been up and down, whatever. He's healthy. C-Rod is healthy. McNichols is healthy. Like the only person really missing is Austin Eckler. That's really it. Everybody is there. Like this is the offense that we've been waiting for, and this is why it looked like a legitimate NFL offense last week against the Broncos. So, I mean, everybody's healthy. Yeah, it's kind of like he has to play now because everybody's back. Terry McLaurin is back. Like I said, it would kind of be a bad look if everybody came back and fought to come back. Like Noah Brown, even though he's injury prone, he has been doing his rehab, hitting all the markers to come back. He's back now. Terry McLaurin hitting all the markers. He's back now. He got hurt against the Chiefs, and now he's back fully. He looked really good against Pat Surtain. So I mean, it would kind of be a tough look for everybody. Like, say if Terry sat out for the rest of the year, right? Noah Brown sat out for the rest of the year. Then it would be like, okay, yeah, we're just throwing a white flag, waving it, and we'll just reset next year, which is what I thought we were gonna do. But like I said, since the other guys are back and full in action, the whole offensive line is healthy. It's like, okay. And I'm not looking at these games as evaluation games. I guess everybody else is, just for him to get more reps and stuff like that. These last 5 games are not really going to change my opinion on Jayden Daniels. I still think he's the franchise guy. Whether he goes out there and lights it up or whether he has some rust on him and struggles or is a little up and down, a little inconsistent like he was in the Giants game where he missed Terry McLaurin down the field. He underthrew. He was inaccurate with the pass to Debo against the Giants. The Cowboys game, him and Chris Moore just couldn't get on the same page. The Seahawks game, he was a little up and down in that game. I mean, like I said, you had Chris Moore as wide receiver 1 and Robbie Chosen. Did Robbie Chosen play the game? There was the Traylon Burks got hurt. He played. Like, it was just, like, the receiving core was just bad. Debo was wide receiver 1, and he's not really a wide receiver 1. That's not what he's really tailored to be. He's tailored to be a wide receiver number 2, gadget guy that can run down the field, too, and make nice catches like he did against the Broncos last week. But yeah, he's back now. So I'm excited, man. We got our franchise guy back. We'll see what he does against a good defense. In the Vikings, I do think there's some ways where we can definitely take advantage of some of the matchups against the Vikings for sure, where I do think they struggle defensively, but we know Brian Flores is a darn good defensive coordinator. Kevin O'Connell is a darn good coach. I would have loved to keep Kevin O'Connell here a couple years ago, but he wanted to go to the Rams and be the OC. I would have loved to have him as even the head coach at that time, back in the time. It was like 2019 or whatever. But yeah, no, this is a good team. The Vikings are a good team with a really bad quarterback at JJ McCarthy. So let's go with the injury report real quick. No need to really make this preview long, guys. It is what it is. It's 2 teams that have underachieved that made the playoffs last year. The Vikings made the playoffs with Sam Darnold. We made it and made the NFC Championship, and we're 3-9, and the Vikings are 2-9 or something like that. They are 4-8. We're 3-9. So I mean, it's 2 teams that are not most likely going to make the playoffs. There is still a small chance if the Eagles lose out. The Cowboys got dusted and belted by the Lions. I actually thought the Cowboys were going to win that game, but they got belted by the Lions, and they're not going to make the playoffs because you gotta win like 10 or 11 games to make the playoffs at NFC. It is what it is. I hate to say it. I think the Bears might actually make it. I think they're actually going to make the playoffs. I hate to say it with a passion. But our injury report: George Fant out, tackle. Drake Jackson, of course, he's out. I mean, it's kind of looking like a redshirt year for him. We'll see if he plays next week. He was activated to the roster, though, but he's out. Noah Brown, questionable. He's most likely going to play, per Dan Quinn and his optimism. Bobby Wagner, questionable. He's going to play. Jayden Daniels going to play. Javon Kinlaw going to play. Frankie Louvu going to play. Tyler Ott, this long snapper, is going to play as well. On the Vikings side, John Allen, former commander, former skin, he's going to play. He's on the injury report. Christian Darrisaw, questionable. He's going to play. Ty Chandler's going to play. Donovan Jackson, their guard, is going to play. Theo Jackson, their safety, is out. And Levi Drake Rodriguez is out. Aaron Jones, their running back, who used to play for the Packers, he had a shoulder injury, but he's going to play. JJ McCarthy was concussed, and he missed the game last week. He was a full participant this whole week, and he is going to play. So that is the injury report for the game on Sunday. All right, so let's get a quick word from today's sponsor, Sleeper, and let's get back into the video. Ooh, what's good, Commanders fans? And shout out to today's sponsor, Sleeper. I want to give you guys a shout out and a promo code Oliver for 100% deposit match up to $100 for first-time users on Sleeper. What is Sleeper? Sleeper is the #1 daily fantasy sports app. So you can do more or less on passing yards, players receiving yards, players rushing yards, more or less on passing 1.5 touchdowns for Jayden Daniels. Jason McCarthy's not going to get 1.5 passing touchdowns. We all know that. But that's just an example for the picks that you can make on Sleeper to make money. And then also there's a $20 free entry that you can use with my promo code Oliver for first-time users. Terms and conditions apply down below in the link for first-time users. Get the $100 deposit match up to $100. All right, so I am pretty hot. Last week we picked No Yak Zach to go over 3.5 receptions. He smashed that. The only week that we've been off was the Tua, more than 1.5 pass touchdowns. Other than that, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Pat Mahomes, Sam Darnold, all those guys smashed the 1.5 passing touchdowns that I picked against our defense. Now this week, I'm going to pick C-Rod to go over 38.5 rushing yards against the Minnesota Vikings defense, which is ranked 23rd in the NFL. And then we're going to take the free pick of Jalen Hurts over a passing yard to smash that pick for this week. So, all right, guys, once again, use the link down below in the description. And let's get back on Sunday after the game. We'll talk about how much money we made. Shout out to today's sponsor, Sleeper. Everybody have a good one. All right, so like I said, C-Rod. So if you look on other books, C-Rod's rushing yards is at 42.5. So take it on Sleeper at 38.5. That's a really darn good deal. I know it's under 40 yards, or like below 40 yards, like his what his rushing line is. So Sleeper has a good advantage against other books that I looked at. So take the advantage on Sleeper for sure at 38.5 rushing yards. So the reasoning why, and this is really my key victory to here, Jayden protect the football. We already know he doesn't really throw picks like that anyway. Ease him back in, use the run game. Quick hitters, get the ball out quickly, be accurate, on the same page with Terry, take your shots when you can. Of course, you know, Jayden's gonna stretch the field more than Mariota. That's what I've seen from Mariota's games. Mariota was stretching the field against the Broncos. I'll give him credit for that, but Jayden definitely will take more shots down the field. He just stretches the field more than what Mariota gives us. And the design runs are going to be there. That's just a part of our game. It's a part of Jayden's game. It's just a part of the offense and Cliff's style of offense anyway. And Jayden's going to scramble anyway. Whether there's a design run or not, Jayden's going to improvise. He's going to scramble on a couple plays. But just get down, slide, be careful. Josh Connolly, hold up. He's done a good job so far the last couple of games. Andrew Van Ginkel is a darn good player. Do not let him get that tip pass, interception, screen pass that he loves to do. John Allen, run right at John Allen. Their rush defense is not good at all statistically. Javon Hargrave is good. They do have some good players, of course. Justin Jefferson. I'm just going rapid fire here. I'll get to the offense side. Let's just stay focused on our side of the football. Isaiah Rodgers is a good corner, but he can be had. He's a little small. Fabian Moreau is on the Vikings as well, another former Skin commander. I think he was only a Skin. Harrison Smith, Byron Murphy. They have some good guys. Jonathan Grenard is good. They have some good players. They do. They have some good players, but they really struggle to. Dallas Turner's a good backup linebacker. They really struggle to stop the run. And let's go over their run defense. So they're ranked 23rd in rushing defense, rush yards allowed. We are ranked. Where is it at? They're 23rd. We're not a good rush defense either. We're ranked 27th. But if you look at a lot of the games that they played, they gave up against the Packers, against Emmanuel Wilson, the backup running back to Josh Jacobs. They gave up 107 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns to Emmanuel Wilson. They gave up 90 rushing yards to DeAndre Swift. They gave up 117 yards to the backup running back and Kamani Vital for the Chargers. They gave up, let's see here. They gave up 110 rushing yards to Quinshawn Judkins. They gave up 99 rushing yards to Kenneth Gainwell, the backup running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So the Vikings run defense can be had. We got to run the football. We got to commit to it like we did against the Broncos too, like we did against the Dolphins. C-Rod, Bill, May Nichols, whoever. We should be able to run the football. We should be able to run the football very comfortably. And I think this could be a good game for C-Rod to possibly break 90 to 100 rushing yards. And that's how we're going to win this game. We can punt. It's okay. We don't have to go for it on 4 downs against this terrible offense and terrible quarterback. We don't have to force anything. You don't have to force anything. You can play simple football. You really can. You know, Jayden can go out there and have a bang game, but he really doesn't need to, I feel like, against the Vikings and a bad quarterback. Keep away. Don't turn the football over. It's okay to punt. You don't have to go for it on fourth down all the time. And get a good dose of Chris Rodriguez and sprinkle a little bit of Bill, a little bit of McNichols here and there. But we really need to lean on the run game. But Terry can get open, of course, and make his plays. Noah Brown, Debo, all those guys. Zach. Maybe Ben Sinnott here and there. Maybe John Bates on a screenplay like they like to do to John Bates all the time. But I think the offensive game plan should be very, very simple. The third down defense is darn good. Their passing yards allowed is really good. They held Jackson Smith and Jigba in check, but they gave up 50 rushing yards each last week to Kenneth Walker and the other running back, Zach Charbonnet. So the main focal point should be running the football. Jalen Lane will be going back to his rightful spot as the fourth receiver or fifth receiver, which is good. But I hope he can get a couple of targets here and there. So I'll be paying attention to him a little bit here and there. And punt returning. Jalen Lane will get opportunities to return a punt, which will be awesome. He should get at least 6 punt returns on Sunday for sure. I'm saying at least six opportunities. So be ready for Jalen Lane to make a really nice punt return. I'm looking at that for sure. Jake Moody, indoors, he should be fine. Hopefully we don't have to kick a lot of field goals. Hopefully we can just punch it in the red zone. We'll see how Jake Moody does indoors. I'm intrigued to look at that. Let's look at the defensive game plan, man. Just pass rush. Jacob Martin, let's see if he can get a pass rush. Who else? Javon Kinlaw, Deron Payne, those guys. Blitz with Bobby, Frankie, Jordan McGee, wreak havoc, make him uncomfortable. J.J. McCarthy is so bad to the point where he's being compared to Jamarcus Russell. J.J. McCarthy now ranks 851 out of 852 quarterbacks in EPA per dropback among qualified passers since 2000 per True Media. The only player below J.J. McCarthy is Jamarcus Russell. That is how bad J.J. McCarthy has been. That's how bad J.J. McCarthy has been. Look at some other numbers. Where are the other numbers that I have for J.J. McCarthy? For nine. That's what he calls himself. He has 6 touchdowns, 10 picks, a QBR of 24.1. That's really bad to have a QBR of 24.1. A passer rating of 57.9. Kevin O'Connell reportedly didn't even want to draft him. I did hear that there was rumors that Adam Peters liked J.J. McCarthy a lot, which is concerning. But, we didn't draft him, which is a good thing. But J.J. McCarthy has thrown 2 picks in 4 out of 6 starts. So ball is life. We got to take the ball away from J.J. McCarthy. I feel like Bobby Wagner, Mikey Sainristil, catch the interceptions. That is my main key on defense, really, is to catch an interception. Very simple, very basic, but it's something that we don't do consistently. Pick up a fumble, catch an interception. Mikey, he's going to throw one your way. You have to be ready for it. Now, he's going to be guarding Jettas or Jordan Anderson, TJ Hawk. So they have darn good play. Aaron Jones, Jordan Mason. Their offense is talented, man. They do have some legitimate talent. So I'm not sleeping on the Vikings. I get it. They have elite talent at the wide receiver position, elite talent at the tight end position for sure, and really darn good talent at the running back position, and a darn good coach in Kevin O'Connell. Like, they really should be a playoff team with the talent that they have, but they just don't have the quarterback to do it. So I do have us winning this game. I know it's a cliche score, 20-17, 20-13, or maybe even 20-6. I feel like we can pull the belt out a little bit and BTA a little bit. That's how I feel about this game. I really feel like we can pull the belt out a little bit and take it to them, honestly. I really do. I don't want to get too cocky because I've seen this story before. I have. But I really feel like we should win this game comfortably, either 20-6, 20-13, something like that. That's just how I feel. Now, this could be a get-right game for them. It could be a get-right game for Jettas. I feel like this is going to be a game where you're going to see Jettas throwing his helmet on the sidelines, his chain, diamonds dancing and all that stuff. Him very frustrated again because he just can't get the football from a bad quarterback. So, all right, I'll end it there. Jayden Daniels going to see him back. His stats, I think he throws for a touchdown, of course, no picks, probably like 35 rushing yards, something like that. Good game, solid game. Nothing that wows you, but just gets the job done to ease him back into playing football again, and he stays upright and stays healthy. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. As always, have a great weekend. Peace.